Lorraine Broughton, an expert in escape and evasion. Proficient in intelligence collection.
Let's cut the crap, shall we?
And hand-to-hand combat.
Welcome to Masterpiece Theater, starring Trae Price. Hello, yes, welcome. It's another riveting show that we have here. Eilish Bailey.
Hey, I'm excited to be here.
And now on Masterpiece Theater, the movie club, Atomic Blonde. You like that? That cost me a lot of money. I had to go hire an announcer. Just since this movie takes place in a different era, I thought I would do a different era with the intro of the show. Do you like that? Is that good? No. Yeah,
that was good.
Thank you.
I liked it.
Your words say one thing, but your looks say not impressed. That's fine, because I am impressed with this movie, Atomic Blonde. This is a movie that I've heard so much about. This is one that's been like on my peripheral for the longest time. And since it's Women's Month, great opportunity for me to go and actually visit this movie. And honestly, I'm not disappointed. I got my thoughts on it, but I want to hear from you, Miss Eilish Bailey. Tell me.
Literally my first note on this movie is 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Okay.
I
why
loved this movie. What are you making that face for?
Oh, no, tell me why. Why do you love this movie?
Oh my gosh, everything about it was so good. I remember when it came out, I was really intrigued by the trailers, even though I don't like action movies. Mm-hmm. And everyone was like, oh, you're not going to like it. And I was like, okay, I'll save my $7. I won't go see it. Mm-hmm. And I am so happy I watched it. It was visually pleasing. The storyline was incredible, and it was at such a good pace. It was almost 2 hours, and I can never sit still that long, and I was like glued to the screen the whole time. It had like a really cool mix of like dark noir and like 80s electronic and like bright lights, and all around it was a really good movie.
So I'll say this movie confused me when I started watching it, because watching the trailers, and maybe because maybe it's been so long since I've seen those trailers or thought about this movie, like seriously, that I thought this was a cyberpunk movie. But people, this movie takes place in the Cold War with the fall of the Berlin Wall. You know, it's pretty much a spy espionage film. I thought this was a spy cyberpunk film because of all the neon lights and everything going on. You know, you got, like she said, got the electric dance music going on and stuff like that. I thought this was cyberpunk. No, this is Russian Cold War film. this is Cold War block. I need $5 for American Blue Jeans film. Like, I was so surprised. This is another movie where, again, our lead is so strong here. Our lead is so, like, Charlize Theron. Y'all already know from the podcast that I've talked about in front. I have a crush on Charlize Theron. Charlize Theron is kind of becoming one of my favorite action filmsters, from being a bad guy in the Fast and Furious to her the movie Old Guard that came out last year, the year before. And then watching this, I'm like, okay, let's strap in, because she ain't playing around in this one. Oh my gosh. And then you have James McAvoy. McAvoy playing British Deadpool here is just great. And there's like, when they're both, I don't know how you feel, but there's like a tug of war when they're both on screen for like who gets your attention the most. And I don't know who the winner is. I don't know. What do you think?
That's such a good way of putting it, because I felt the same way. Honestly, I think I have a crush on Charlize now too.
How can you not?
I think I do. But you're so right. It is a tug of war, because between Charlize and James, they both give such incredible performances that you're like, I don't know who I want to pay attention to more, which is so interesting given the plot of the film that it seems like almost intentional that you like, it's like a sleight of hand through the movie.
It definitely is. It definitely is. Now, I don't know how you feel about, because like while I did put this on the female action movie, a lot of these movies that we have on the list are revenge flicks. This one is a spy thriller. I messed up on that one, but I don't know how you feel about that, because more than an action movie, there's definitely a bunch of spy stuff going on, and for me, that confused me in my little brain, in my little Trae brain, because the way action movies go, it's like they play that little cup game. Was a little ball in the cup, and they do just like, and then like, oh, it's never in the cup that I pick. So when I'm watching this movie, it's like, oh, who's really the traitor? What's going on? Is it James McAvoy? Is it Charlize Theron? Is it Sophia Boutella? What's going on, Trae? And I'm like, I don't know, but it looks cool. So I spent half the movie angry and confused because I don't know what actually is going on, but then also like loving the action. So I don't know. How did it make you feel?
I think that another reason that I love this movie so much was because the main character was an incredible and powerful woman on her own, not because she needed to seek revenge, but because she wanted to be one. And I thought that was a whole lot more powerful than like suburban mom avenging her child's death. Hot take, I know, but
no, it's just the dig at Peppermint. Like Peppermint ain't
sorry at Peppermint.
Not the ad. You didn't add it so you know it, so she know it's real. Oh my god. No, that's a really good point. That is a really good point though, and that is to Charlize's credit. You know another movie that this kind of reminds me of, even though it came out later, The Rhythm Section. Now again, that is a revenge flick, and honestly, probably would have been good to put on this list, but I think me and Shakey's already talked about it. But if you like this, I feel like you definitely dig that movie, so check that out too. Just throwing that out there. Cinematography.
Oh, I could write a paper on it.
The cinematography here was so nice from all of just the mise en scène. Like they really did put you into the world of the Cold War. Whether it's James McAvoy going from one side of the wall to the other, to the nightclubs, to everything else just looking like this sheer bleak gray. Like there's so much contrast here, where you have the nightclubs being like this, like I said, neon, like pulse pounding, to everywhere else looking bombed out and depleted. I think every shot in here is framed very beautifully. But not only that, the camera moves are great.
Yes.
Let me tell you, I'm so glad I watched this, because I get to add another movie onto my favorite long takes. This movie has probably one of the best long takes I have ever seen in an action movie. Going from the street into the building, just nice action shit going on. You know, the camera swooping all around Charlize Theron, making me wonder if Charlize is actually out here doing her own stunts. Because if she is, good Lord, she'll fight you in real life. Like Charlize did do some Batman training. She went and studied with the League of Shadows, and then coming back out to the car scene, to a car chase. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Favorite sequence in the film for me. What about you? What are some of your favorite shots?
Some of my favorite shots? Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Honestly, I think that opening scene with James laying on the car and the headlight just kind of like illuminating part of his face as he knows he's about to die, and just like that was probably one of my favorite ones, just because of the way it was composed, the color, everything about it was beautiful. I think the use of color and lack of was so intentional and incredible in this movie. I also really love, I think there's a scene where she goes, like he falls into the water and she sits up out of her ice bath. I think the editing in that and also the transition of color was really, really cool. Okay. It's in the very beginning. And then every scene in her room in Berlin with that really awesome like neon blue and purple pink light is really, really cool. I have more. I have so many like favorite shots in this movie.
we all right. We'll move on. Usually, I would let you go ahead if you want to read Eilish's dissertation on the movie Atomic Blonde. If you want to hear some more thoughts of her just gushing over the cinematography of this film, but other than the cinematography, there was good audio at play here too. Just the song choices were really good. Honestly,
they were.
Definitely good. Good use of sound effects. Man. Also, shout out to Sofia Boutella. Not her first film, but definitely probably her best that she's been in. That's the chick that was with Charlize Theron's character, Lorraine.
What else has she been in?
Oh God. Hotel Artemis. The Mummy. Let's see here. Monsters. Apparently, she's in Monsters Dark Continent, which I didn't know. I actually haven't seen that movie yet. She was in Kingsman. She was in the first Kingsman movie. That's the only ones that I've seen. Yeah, that's the only ones that I've seen. Oh my God. No, she was in Star Trek Beyond too. She was in leads in Star Trek Beyond. So, out of all of those, this is probably the best one I think she's been in, especially not The Mummy, because The Mummy was just bad. That was a bad movie. But no, definitely shout out to her for being in this. This is an adaptation, by the way. An adaptation
of a comic, right?
Of a graphic novel. Yeah, the Coldest City. So again, just one, I'm just gonna toss a coin and see now when I watch a movie. It's like, what's this based off of? What? Somebody tell me. Go ahead. Just fine. Tell me, because I know nothing's original. The movie we watched last time you were here, The Intimate, turns out based on a comic book. So it's just like, what is it? What is it now? I found that interesting. This is a really good adaptation of that comic book that I've never read. So all that said, what can I give this except an A+? I can't give this thing anything but an A+. David Leitch, you have done a good job as Eilish. Eilish over here just like gushing all over your work. So obviously, if Eilish is gushing over you, I can't tell you nothing. You already know which. Take your diploma, okay? Go out, make some more good stuff, which I'm pretty sure you will. You ain't got to tell me. You ain't got again. I can't tell you nothing. Honestly, you are doing the action movie scene a service. Welcome to the John Wick Club. Apparently, out here just revolutionizing action films. Yeah, that's all I got. A+. What about you, Al?
A+, hands down. There were like little moments that were kind of cheesy, or where about halfway through I kind of figured out the ending. Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you did, because I was confused.
And even then, I think the only reason I figured it out was because I was like analyzing it so hard because I knew we were going to talk about it. Mm-hmm. But I have to give it an A+. This is like probably one of the best movies I've watched in a while.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what we thought. Let's see what the people thought. With a budget of $30 million, these action movies pretty low budgets. They had a box office of $100 million. This is what I'm talking about, people. You gotta pass that three what is it called? That 3-number arc. That three number pad. What is that? 3 numerals? Whatever. I don't know, math term. You gotta pass triple digits. There it is. I don't know why I couldn't think of triple digits for the life of me, but it escaped. See, this is why I can't do the ball cup thing, because I can't say triple digits. This past the triple digit mark, that's what you got to do. This movie was so like, people loved it so much that they're already still talking about wanting an Atomic Blonde 2. As well as, check this out, as well as wanting this to cross over with John Wick. How that would work? No idea. I have no clue, because this takes place during the Cold War. I mean, I guess if you do it before he quit being a hitman badass, maybe, I don't know, whatever. Like Morgan Freeman said a long time ago in A Galaxy Far, Far Away, the movie is at the mercy of the pen. So, sure, they can do whatever they want. But that just shows how much this movie has not just passed the audience love. Critics talk about this movie in a fair light. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it at Atomic Blonde 2 sometime. Charlize Theron mad busy though. She's still in that Fast 9 out here with magnet jets and shit. So I don't know if she'll have it in her schedule, but they backed that dump truck full of money. I'm pretty sure we'll see something. That's it from us, people. Thank you for listening. If you're on YouTube, thank you for watching, technically listening. Eilish, where can people find you on the interwebs?
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Eilish Bailey Photography.
She got two systems. She got to pass that triple system mark now. She got to pass that triple. Where's your Twitter at? There it is. You got to get on Twitter.
Twitter's for me. That's my fun space.
Twitter's not for me either. You can find me on Letterboxd, Clean Price for Life, and wherever Production 1200 stuff is sold. Listen to my outro that's coming up next, and we out, people. Peace.
So you made contact with the French operative?
Obviously.
I think I fucking love you.
That's too bad.
She's a killer queen.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. Make sure that you check out the other shows that we have on the Facebook, the other main podcast that comes out every other Tuesday. Make sure you leave a like, share it with your friends and your family. Go check out our YouTube where we have content from other Production 1200 works. And make sure you follow us on the Instagram. We post sometimes there. We'll do more. We'll try. Maybe. Like us on iTunes podcast, rate and review. Give us them 5 stars. And we'll see you next time.